Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So, today we're doing a video, obviously. First of all, I know this doesn't look much different, but I moved. And I'm going to have like pictures up here. Don't worry, it's getting done. I just don't have a lot of money right now. So I did move, and I'm sorry for the siren. Okay, I think it's done. Not quite. Almost. If you can hear traffic, I apologize. I'm right on the road where my bedroom is, so you might hear traffic. I did move. I planned on doing a lot of videos for December, but if you follow my community posts, you would have seen that things happened and I had to move. So I did move. I'm very happy where I'm at. My room is a mess. I still have to unpack a bunch of stuff, and hopefully it's going to get done today. But it is currently January 6th, 2025. Hello. I don't know why I said hello. I'm so out of practice, people. Oh my gosh. Oh, I meant to say Happy New Year. I hope everyone's 2025 is going well. I am really enjoying my new place. I'm really liking it. It's much quieter here. There's more people living in the house, but it's much quieter. I'm really enjoying it. So, more news. I bought a camera. I can't get it to work very well. So, I don't know. Does anybody know how to work these? The last camera I got was literally one that you needed film. So, I've tried the lighting, it doesn't show good lighting. I can't transfer it to my computer. I mean, I can transfer it to my computer, but it doesn't work. Like, the camera didn't work well. So I gotta work on that. So I'm using my webcam right now. But we are going to do videos. So if you are here for a bookish video, I'm happy to say that is what we're going to be talking about. So I've got my phone here, and I am going to go over my 2024 reads. So I've got Goodreads up, and we're going to go to 2024. Okay, we need to go to View Challenge. Right? Is that where we need to go? I haven't prepared. I have not prepared for this. Okay. So we got 2025. I finished one book this year so far. That's not good. How do you get to last year's? Hang on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. My books. Hang on, my phone is slow. Okay, here we go. Year in books. No, I don't want the reading challenge. I just clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, no. Nope. We want to go here. It's coming, don't worry. Oh, I just saw past challenges. Alright, well, we could have done that. Year in books. Here we go. Okay. My year in books 2024. This is what it looks like. No, you can't see it. Alright, well, trust me, it's there. Alright, so I like the little logos they have here. That's pretty cool. I read 39,529 pages. Mind you, a lot of them were audiobooks, and I didn't put them as audiobooks. So, 110 books read. I'm happy with that. I didn't beat last year, which was 122 or something like that, but I'm happy with that. My shortest book was, I'll put the pictures up there somewhere. My shortest book was Veronica Ruiz Breaks the Bank at 107 pages. My longest book was Lucinda Riley's, that's the author, not the title, The Shadow Sister at 721 pages. Average book length is 359. Most shelved was Throne of Glass, which was 3,589,652. Yeah. And then my least shelved was my friend Jess's book, Up on the Bookshop, The Body Fell, which is her 2024 release, which 30 people have shelved. My average rating for 2024 was 4.4, and that tracks, because I know this is such a bad background. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. 4.4 is my average rating, which makes sense, because I had a lot of 4 and 5 stars this year. I don't like giving out less than 4 stars. Or 3 stars at the least. I don't like giving less than 3 stars, and I usually give 4 or 5 stars because I know authors work hard on their books, and I know my taste. I know what I like. So, highest rated on Goodreads at a 4.66 average. Wow, is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I was on my Sarah J. Maas kick this year, last year. I read almost all of Throne of Glass series. I am on the Kingdom of Ash. Not the Kingdom of Ash. I'm reading Kingdom of Ash right now. My first review of the year was a 4-star book, Bulletproof Barista by Cleo Coyle. And it's a long review. So, the books I read, not necessarily in the order that I read them. I know this was the first book I read, Bulletproof Barista, like I said, by Cleo Coyle. It is a cozy mystery. I enjoyed it. I gave it. I'm not going to talk about what stars I gave because I don't want to click on it, but I enjoyed it. Next, I read Foxglove by Adeline Grace. Really enjoyed it. This is the second book to the Belladonna series. Then I read Sophie Kelly's Pause to Remember, a Christmas book. I tend to read Christmas books after Christmas. I don't know why. I just do. And then I read Murder, She Wrote. I'm just going speed. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going through it really fast. I'm going through it really fast. I'm just telling you what books I read. Okay, Murder, She Wrote. Which one is this? Hang on. You Bet Your Life, which was a reread. Then Veronica Ruiz Breaks the Bank by, and Murder, She Wrote by Donald Bain and Jessica Fletcher. Veronica Ruiz Breaks the Bank by Elle Cosimano, which is a short story in the Finlay Donovan series. Then I reread Donna Andrews' Lord of the Wings. And I reread Donna Andrews' Two Can Keep a Secret. Then I read Rebecca Ross's Ruthless Vows. Really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't like it as much as Divine Rivals, but I really liked it. Then I read the longest book in the 2024, which was The Shadow Sister by Lucinda Riley. This is part of the Seven Sisters series. Then I read another Murder, She Wrote by Donald Bain and Jessica Fletcher. This was called Blood on the Vine, and that's the first time I read it. And then I read 7-Year Witch by Angela M. Sanders. It's a witchy, cozy mystery. Really enjoyed it. I really like that series, actually. That is the Which Way Librarian series. Really liked it. I gave it 5 stars, apparently. The Last to Let Go by Amber Smith. This was a very emotional read. Very good. Amber Smith is the one who wrote The Way I Used to Be and The Way I Am Now. I haven't read The Way I Am Now, but I read The Way I Used to Be a few years ago, and oh my gosh, it just hit me so hard. Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Grishaverse, or Shadow and Bone trilogy. Then I reread All's Well That Ends Well by Donna Andrews, and I reread Some Like It Hawk by Donna Andrews. Those are just cozy mysteries. She's my favorite cozy mystery author. Then I read I Heard a Fly Buzz When I Died by Amanda Flower. This is the Emily Dickinson Dickinson, right? The Emily Dickinson mysteries. Then I read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I love that. It's underrated. I think it's short stories it's a prequel, but it's short stories, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, it's the prequel to the Throne of Glass series. Then I read Scaredy Cat by Sophie Ryan, a cozy mystery with cats. What can I say? I like cats. Then I read A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. That was last year. I feel like I read that the year before. Whatever. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's a fantasy romantasy, you might say. Then I read The Highland Fling Murders by Jessica Fletcher and Donald Bain, another Murder, She Wrote book. Then I read Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, which I gave 5 stars. I think I gave them all 5 stars so far. The Expecting Detectives by Kat Ailes. Really enjoyed this. It's a cozy mystery about pregnant women. Who are the sleuths? I'm currently reading the second book in the series called Dead Tired. Then I read Just Once by Karen Kingsbury. This was a historical Christian fiction book. Really enjoyed it. Karen Kingsbury is one of my favorite one of my favorite Christian fiction authors. And I read All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Natural series. It's a YA mystery, murder mystery. Really enjoyed it. A Little Yuletide Murder, which was a Murder, She Wrote, Jessica Fletcher and Donald Bain. Ellery Adams' Murder in the Book Lover's Loft, which is a cozy mystery by Ellery Adams, like I said. This was the newest one in the... what series is that? Book Retreat. Is it Book Retreat? Something like that. Mysteries. Then I read Alice Oseman Heartstopper, Volume 5, which is my disappointment of the year, I think. I did not enjoy it. I think I'm done with that series. I didn't enjoy it. Moving on. The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the spin-off, the kind of spin-off of the Inheritance Game series. Then I read Cheddar Off Dead by Karina Moss, a cozy mystery. I'm currently reading the second book in that series, which is called... what's it called? I'll put it up here. Curds of Prey? Is that right? Something like that. I read The Woman by Kristen Hanna, which I think probably is my favorite book of the year. Probably. I really enjoyed it. If you could say enjoy, it's about the Vietnam War and about the women of the Vietnam War and how they were treated during and after the war, and how people would often say things like there were no women in the Vietnam War, and there most definitely were. There were many nurses and other workers who worked behind the scenes and did amazing work and faced as much trauma as anyone else, and it deals with PTSD, and it was so good. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. Then I read Murder in the Tea Leaves by Laura Childs. This is the newest book in the Tea Shop Mysteries, I believe it's called. Then I read My Imaginary Mary, which is the second book in the Mary series by Cynthia Hand, Megan, I was going to say Megan Follows, but no, that's Anne Shirley. I can't remember. Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Jody Meadows, that's why I was thinking of that. And my first book of this year was the third book in that series, which is called My Salty Mary, which I gave 5 stars. Which this series is basically history retold in a fun and new way, and I really enjoyed it. The Sign of Four Spirits by Vicky Delaney. This is the newest book in the Sherlock Holmes Bookshop Mysteries. Murder in the Cookbook Nook by Ellery Adams. This is a book retreat mystery again. Gone with the Witch. This, I'm not sure which book this is, but it's another Witchway Librarian mystery by Angela M. Sanders. Bad Blood. Sorry for the traffic. Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the 4th book in the Natural series. This book, oh my gosh, everything, it hit the roof. It was, this series was so good. I want to reread it, honestly. It's a young adult mystery, and it's so good. And I read Honey Roasted by Cleo Coyle. Gave it 5 stars, apparently. I read A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. This is a middle grade fantasy fun book. Then I read A Sprinkle of Sorcery, which is the 2nd book in that series. And I read that twice because I listened to it on audio, but I didn't really pay attention to it, so then I read it physically, and I was reading it for a online book club with a booktuber. Yeah, I forget who it was. Anyways, we did a read along with that, and it was fun. And then I read the little Naturals novella 12 by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's called 12. Thought it was really good. Then I reread Donna Andrews' No Nest for the Wicked. I love these punny titles. And then I read Perfect Santa of a Mysteries of Max short series. A Mysteries of Max series, but it's a short story by Nick Saint. I just found this randomly on audiobook and listened to it. Then I read Anatomy, a Love Story by Dana Schwartz. Really enjoyed that, which is a historical fiction paranormal type book. I read The Mona Lisa Vanishes by Nicola Day with art by Brett Hellquist. This was a middle grade about the true life story of why the Mona Lisa painting is famous and how it became famous, and it was basically because it was stolen, and it was from the Louvre, I think. Was it from the Louvre? And it was just, it's the whole story on that. It's got pictures. It's a wonderful book. It's told in kind of a fictional way, but you know it really happens, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Would recommend it for younger readers. I really enjoyed it. Murder at Westminster Abbey by Amanda Carmack. This was a... what's this series called? Elizabethan Mystery. That's what it's called. This was the 2nd book in the series. I think I read the 2nd book first. Then I read Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This was a thriller. It was on the Goodreads Choice Awards nominees. It was okay. I liked it more at the time. I'm not sure if I like it now. This was one of my favorite reads of this year. Was To Con a Gentleman by Sarah Adams. This was an audiobook that I listened to. This is one of her older books. Sarah Adams writes romances, and this is a Regency romance. So good, so funny. It's clean, there's no spicy scenes, and it's wonderful. Then I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This book hit me hard. There's one part of the book that I still think of to this day. It has anxiety representation. It also has, I don't want to say because it could be a spoiler, but I'm not going to say, but it hit me really hard, and I cried for days after. It was such a hard book to read. It's what I needed at the time. So, This book does have some spicy scenes in it, so just so you know. If I don't mention spicy scenes, then they probably don't have spicy scenes in them, or at least not bad enough. Not that spicy scenes are bad, but not enough for me to mention. Because I prefer not to read spicy scenes, but... Then I read Jessica Breimer's Up on the Bookshelf, The Body Fell, The Messy Bookshop Mysteries Book 3, really enjoyed it. I think her writing is getting so much better. I mean, it's always been great, but it just seems to be getting better and better, and I really enjoyed it. And please keep Jessica in your prayers. She's going through it lately, and she's just starting to get out of it, but she's had some problems come up with her. Not problems, just things happen, and so life happens, and so I've been praying for her. Then I read The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This actually might be my most disappointing book, actually, now that I think about it. I did not enjoy this. I think Alex and I have broken up. I didn't enjoy that book. Then I read Needed to Death by Winnie Archer. This is a cozy mystery part of the Bread Shop Mystery series. Really enjoyed it. Then I read the second book in that Sarah Adams Regency series. I believe she only had 2 out, but it's To Catch a Suitor. Loved it. The audiobooks are so good. I laughed out loud. It was so fun. Then I listened to the audiobook of Cross No One, a Bread Shop Mystery by Winnie Archer. This is the second book in the series, I think. I'm not sure. And then I also listened to The Walking Bread by Winnie Archer. And then I read Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Second book, or third book if you count Assassin's Blade first, of the Throne of Glass series. Then I read Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice by El Calsamano, the newest Finlay Donovan book. I really liked it. I know people are getting kind of upset that it's going on, but I'm enjoying it. Then I read... Hang on. A Curious Beginning, the Veronica Speedwell Mysteries. This started in my whole Veronica Speedwell audiobook series. I love this series. This is about Veronica Speedwell, who is a lepidopterist. Did I say it right? Oh my gosh, I think I said it right. And a butterfly scientist, basically. And it's a whole, it's like a cozy mystery type thing where her and a man named Stoker solve murders and different disappearances, and they have a romance going on. Very good series. There are some slightly spicy scenes after the third book, I think. But yeah. Then I read A Perilous Undertaking, which is the second book in the Veronica Speedwell series. Then I read The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is the same author who wrote the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I thought it was okay. I actually kind of liked it. Then I read the third book in the Deanna Raybourn series, or the Veronica Speedwell Mystery series by Deanna Raybourn, A Treacherous Curse. Then I read Sarah Fox's Magical Menagerie Mystery, Murder Most Owl. This is the first book in the series. I have the second book, I think, on NetGalley on my Kindle. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. This book I enjoyed at the time. It's very disturbing. It's a historical fiction. I don't remember much about it. I just remember one particular part of the book that is kind of disturbing, and it's kind of gothic, which I liked, but I don't know why it's so popular, honestly. Keeper of the Lost Cities, Exile is the second book by Shannon Messenger, I believe. This is the Keeper of the Lost Cities mystery or series, which is a middle grade fantasy. Then I read the fourth book, A Dangerous Collaboration, the Veronica Speedwell Mysteries by Deanna Raybourn. Then I read the fourth book by Sarah J. Maas in the Throne of Glass series, Air of Fire. I think this was my favorite. I'm not sure if it's my favorite. I'm going to be doing a reread of all the Throne of Glass series. I bought them all, and I'm just so excited to read them again once I finish Kingdom of Ash. Then I read Everblaze by Keeper of the Lost Cities, which is the next book. That's the third book or fourth book, something like that. And then I read Gone for Gouda by Karina Moss. This is the second book in the Cheese Shop Mystery series. Yeah, I said before that I was reading the second book. I'm actually reading the third. I don't know what I said, but then I read the third book in the Pinch of Magic mystery. I keep saying mystery. Pinch of Magic middle grade fantasy series, which is a tangle of spells. A Pinch of Magic, I don't know if I mentioned, is about three girls who have, three sisters who have a curse on them that they cannot leave their island without dying, basically, and they go to break the curse, and it's magical, and it's fun. Then I read Spy Family Volume 2 by Tetsuya Endo, gave it 5 stars. I read the first one too. Did I miss that? Maybe I read it the year before. Then I read A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't like it as much as 7 Year Slip, but I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite. 7 Year Slip is still my favorite, but I really enjoyed it. In Sunshine or in Shadow by Reese Bowen and Clara Boreals. Really enjoyed that. It's a cozy mystery. It is the latest book in the Molly Murphy mysteries. Sorry about that. Then I read The Queen of Poisons. This is part of the Marlowe Murder Club mystery, the newest book in that, by Robert Thorogood. I read a lot of 2024 releases last year. I'm really quite happy at that. Then I read Every Time I Go on Vacation Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. This is one of Kayla's favorite books, which I'm really happy about. Kayla from Books and Lala. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I don't know if I got the recommendation from her or from someone else, but I really enjoyed it. It is about an author who goes on this kind of writing, not a retreat, but a vacation thing, like a work vacation kind of thing, where a bunch of authors get together, and her, she wrote books and became famous based on, and I'm not good at explaining books. She based her main character on a real life person, a man, and he shows up at this writing thing because he's been profiting from it, and he's quite famous as well, so they invited him too. She's not happy about that, and someone tries to murder him, and I'm so sorry. I almost made it through the whole video without coughing. Someone tries to murder him, and things happen, and they solve the murder at the end, obviously. Then we had Jane Austen at Home by Lucy Worsley. This is probably, I think it's my only nonfiction I finished last year. Really enjoyed it. It's about Jane Austen's life. Lucy Worsley has a way of writing nonfiction, biographies, in a way that feels like she's telling a story, and really enjoyed that. Then I read Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Really like that. Part of the story is told in the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so tired, everyone. Moving is stressful, just saying. Part of it is told in the perspective, that's the word I'm looking for, perspective of an octopus at an aquarium. I loved Marcellus the octopus. He was wonderful. It is a bunch of different perspectives in the third person, I believe, and it's different people, and they all connect, and it's a wonderful general fiction book. Then I read The Chance to Fly, which is a middle grade about a girl in a wheelchair who wants to be in a Broadway show. I got recommended this by, I believe it was by Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails. I think it was her. It was either her or the other booktuber. I can't think of her name. Anyways, I really enjoyed it. It's by Ali Stroker and Stacey Davidowitz. Really enjoyed that. Then I read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, because of course I did. Everybody read Powerless. I really liked it. Then I tried reading Powerless before and I just couldn't get into it, and then I reread it, the part that I read, because I DNF'd it, and loved it. Then I read Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. And then I read Miss Austen Investigates by Jessica Bull. This is a Miss Austen mystery series where Jane Austen is the sleuth, not the murderer, the sleuth who solves murders. I liked it. It's not my favorite, but I did enjoy it. Pagan Rose Plays the Pony by Lorraine Berenson. This was the second book in the Pagan Rose series, which is a spin-off of the Melanie Travis Cozy Mystery series. I enjoyed it. I think I liked the first book better. I think this is the third book in the series, I think. It was okay. Then I read Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. This is a book, a YA fantasy about a witch who is pretending to not be a witch because people would kill her if people knew that she was a witch, and she's trying to get back at the people who killed all the witches, and the witch hunter she falls in love with the witch hunter. It's a whole thing. Okay, I can't talk. I'm getting tired. It's a wonderful book. I believe it's clean. I don't remember if it had spicy scenes in it or not. Then I read Powerful by Lauren Roberts, which is the novella that came after Powerless. Really enjoyed it. There's a little bit more than just kissing in the book, but I really enjoyed it. I think I cried so hard in that book. Oh my gosh. Then I read An Unexpected Peril, Veronica Speedwell Mystery by Deanna Raybourn, because of course I did. Then I read Dorothy Gilman's The Unexpected Mrs. Polyfax, which is a cozy mystery about a woman who named Mrs. Polyfax who accidentally becomes part of the CIA. I don't remember exactly. I watched a video where I believe Chantel Reads All Day loves Mrs. Polyfox series, so I read that. I enjoyed it. Then I read Never Seen, The Keeper of Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, the next book in that series. Then I read For Love or Money by Sophie Ryan, the newest book in the Second Chance Cat Mystery series. Love that cover. I read What Have You Done by Sherry LaPina. Again, another disappointing book. I took off my rant review off of the channel just because I felt bad about doing a rant review, but I just did not enjoy that. Then I read Reckless by Lauren Roberts, which is the second book after the first book and the novella, so it's the second actual book of the Powerless series. A lot of people didn't like it as much as Powerless, but I really enjoyed it. And then I read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This is another historical fiction, so good, so powerful, about Alaska and living there and abuse and spousal abuse and child abuse, and it was so good. Check your triggers for Kristen Hanna's books, but it was so good. Then I read The Nature Disappearing by Kimmy Cunningham Grant. Honestly, I don't remember much about it, but she wrote The Silent Woods, which I really enjoyed a couple years ago. I don't remember much about the nature disappearing, but I liked it. I mean, I remember liking it. I don't remember much about it. It is a mystery, I believe. Murder? I'm not sure. Then I read Everyone Here Is Lying by Shirley Lapina. Don't remember much about it. And then I read Rockin' Around the Chickadee, which is the newest book in the Donna Andrews series. Actually, no, it's not. Is it the newest? I think it's the newest. Okay. Then I read We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. Loved that book. I read Spectacular, which is a Caravel novella. Did not like that book. I thought it was boring. I thought it was problematic, and I just did not enjoy it. I did enjoy the artwork. I thought that was really cool, and it was nice to be in the Caravel series world again, but I just did not like it. Forgot to mention the Richard Osman We Solve Murders was a book one of a new series about an ex-police officer, retired police officer, and his daughter-in-law who works as a bodyguard basically, and they work together to solve a mystery. And then I read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Really, really enjoyed that. Then I read Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. Now, here's an unpopular opinion. I know people don't like Tower of Dawn as much. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed the character work in it. I realize it's not as plot-driven, but character-wise, it was a masterpiece. I thought it was great. Then I read The Impossible Imposter by Deanna Raybourn. Listen, there's a lot of books in this series, okay? But I read that. Then I read Immortality, a Love Story, which is the second book in the Dana Schwartz duology. And then I read What Time the Sexton's Spade Doth Rest by Alan Bradley, which is the newest Flavia DeLucia mystery, which is in the perspective of a young girl who has a fascination with poison and solves murders. It is not a middle grade, but it's very good. I love that series. Then I read Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This is the second book in the Emily Wilde series. I think I liked it better than the first one. Then I read The Little Lost Library, a secret book and Scone Society novel by Ellery Adams. This is the newest one in that series. Cozy mystery. And then, finally, the last book I read, which I literally read on December 31st, I think. The Grim Steeper, a Witch's Brew mystery by Gretchen Rue. This is the second book in the series, and I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. Oh, no, it wasn't my last book. It wasn't my favorite, but I gave it 3 stars. I liked the first book better. I do like the cover, though. That's a good cover. And then my last book, I forgot, was Murder in Highbury by Vanessa Kelly. This I read as an audiobook, I believe. Really enjoyed it. It is a cozy mystery, an Emma Knightley mystery, so it has Emma from the book Emma by Jane Austen. She is the sleuth in the series. Really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. That's it. We're done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have to go edit it now and work on cleaning my room. So, thank you very much for watching. That's 110 books. That might actually be 109 because I read one of the books twice. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day. I hope your 2025 is going well. And I will see you soon. Bye.